Right now at 6, several people hurt after a crash that shut down part of a busy East Charlotte road. We'll bring you what we know tonight. Plus, raising awareness and providing a source of hope. How an event in Charlotte is aiming to show those struggling with addiction that help is out there. And one player returns while another will sit out to start the season. Tonight, the latest news around the Panthers and how it impacts a promising roster.
News that impacts you. You're watching WCNC Charlotte News at 6.
But first, we begin tonight with new information out of East Charlotte, where 6 people were hurt, recovering after a crash. Thanks for joining us. I'm Myles Harris. Now, that crash happened this afternoon on East Independence Boulevard near Creffield Drive. And of those 6 victims, medic tells us that one of them is dealing with life-threatening injuries. Now, the others are expected to be okay. But also tonight, an investigation is underway in Salisbury after police found someone dead inside a home early this morning. Officers responding to a home invasion along Clomac Road around 2 a.m. Now, that's where they found 24-year-old Jabril Russell shot and killed. Still no word tonight on whether police have identified a suspect and will pass along any new information that we're able to learn. Now, a person is okay tonight thanks to fire crews in Huntersville performing a daring rescue to get them out of a burning home. Take a look at this video here from Huntersville Fire showing the rescue as it happened. Now, crews were called to the mobile home on Rocky Ford Club Road near East Field Road. Now, firefighters were able to get inside to remove the person who was taken to the hospital for treatment, then put out the fire. Meanwhile, we're also learning more about a huge fire at a manufacturing facility in Rowan County. Now, viewers in the town of Cleveland sending us these photos showing smoke billowing from this truck plant on Statesville Boulevard. Now, it appears to be the same place where another fire broke out at that exact location back in 2023. Now, investigators have yet to reveal the cause of that fire or whether anyone was hurt. Now, tonight, families and advocates are coming together to support a fight against addiction. Now, it's all part of that International Overdose Awareness Day, a global campaign to end overdoses. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live right now outside of Uptown, where that event kicked off just about an hour ago, where there's music, resources, and a strong message tonight. Jesse.
Yes, you know, the theme for the entire event tonight is centered on recovery and that life is possible beyond addiction. And you can see there are dozens of people who are here. There are resources, there are vendors, there are food trucks, and you hear that band playing also with members in their journeys of recovery. Now, Anchor of Hope Sober Living founder Josh Bone is one of the groups co-hosting the event. He himself battled with addiction, with alcoholism for more than 10 years, but got to the other side. His nonprofit now has 24 homes in Charlotte and provides housing for about 160 people. Bone says the event is about remembrance, but also about breaking through the stigma.
People still say the drug addicts, people still say the alcoholic, and they think that that's somebody that's homeless and living under a bridge, and it's not. It's your mom, it's your cousin, it's your sister, it's your brother. Especially with opioids and just the way that addiction infiltrates people's lives. It's people that we know and we love. And breaking down that stigma and people can share their struggles.
Bone says when you break that stigma, it encourages more people to speak out about their struggles and get the help they need. Now, tonight there will also be speakers and a candlelight vigil in honor of the lives lost and in honor of those in recovery. Live outside of Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Thank you for that, Jesse. Now, tonight, the Charlotte community continues to mourn the loss of the woman stabbed to death on the light rail in South End earlier this month. She'll be one of several people honored in a candlelight vigil tomorrow evening. Now, that vigil is set to be held at the East-West Boulevard light rail station, and that's near where 23-year-old Irina Zaruska was killed. Now, DeCarlos Brown, the man accused in the deadly stabbing, faced the judge yesterday where he was denied bail. Now, the vigil will also honor other victims of violent crime, along with this man, 18-year-old Aleki Langi. Now, he was riding his bike on Beatties Ford Road back in May when he was hit and killed in a hit and run. Now, a 25-year-old driver faces charges for his death, and tomorrow's vigil will take place at 7 p.m. Now, for updates on all of the stories that we just told you about so far, be sure to download the WCNC Charlotte mobile app and turn news alerts on. You'll be notified when we receive any of that new information. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's forecast, starting with a live look outside of our Dallas Tower Cam. Brittany, we've had some luck today with the weather, and how long can we keep that up for today?
Really the rest of the weekend, Miles. There's a small chance for a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, but again, 20% Labor Day weekend in Charlotte, that's hard to come across. So we are going to certainly enjoy it. In fact, we actually got lucky Memorial Day weekend as well. So far, 2025 has been pretty good for us weather-wise, I would say, other than that big stretch of heat in July. More about that, of course, coming up, as we could maybe already seen our last 90-degree day of the year. We'll talk about that more coming up throughout the show. 84 degrees right now, 56 is the dew point, so it is very, very dry, very comfortable still across the area. Right now, we are seeing all of that moisture lingering off the Carolina coast, but none of that here locally across Charlotte, with the exception of the mountains. Of course, we know oftentimes moisture settles there on the eastern side because of that positioning there of the mountains. So right now, there is a small shower chance in northern parts here of Caldwell County. Bit heavier rain down toward Lenore, but really this is the only isolated shower activity we have right now, and it's just rain. Thankfully, no thunderstorms so far, but if you are in areas mainly north of the I-40 corridor, I would watch for that 20 to 30% chance of rain for the rest of Saturday. Elsewhere across the Charlotte metro, I'm not anticipating any additional rain. And again, tomorrow, 20% chance at a maximum, a little bit more humid, but that's because a cold front will be rolling through the area, bringing us picture perfect weather by Labor Day. So again, tomorrow's still not bad, but it will be a little bit more muggy, a little bit more humid than the last few days, but setting us up for a perfect Labor Day. Changes coming into September. We'll talk about it coming up.
Thank you, Brittany. Now, Labor Day weekend is in full swing, with the weather driving lots of people to local lakes. Now, North Carolina officials, they're warning everyone to celebrate safety. The State Wildlife Commission says that 5 people have died from boat accidents this year alone. Patrol sergeants will be in the water all weekend long, keeping an eye out for any safety issues. Now, among them, boaters speeding throughout weight zones or even boating under the influence, which can also be met with some serious consequences, like jail time, fines, or suspension of boating privileges. Now, this Labor Day weekend also was an opportunity to help those recovering from Hurricane Helene. The Stride Foundation, a nonprofit founded entirely by 3 weddings and high schoolers, hosting the Carolina Comeback 5K today at McAlpine Creek Park. Now, the race benefiting school communities in Buncombe County, which still face challenges brought on by the storm nearly a year ago. And the teens who organized today's race say that they want to make sure that students across the state can still have a memorable school experience.
After all the damage that Hurricane Helene did to the schools in western North Carolina, we felt obligated to help. The school system here has given us so many opportunities and made such a big impact on us. We wanted to make sure that all students in our community would have the opportunity that we did. So it meant a lot for us to come out and hopefully speed up the process in rebuilding schools and give everyone the education that they deserve.
Now, the 3 students created the nonprofit earlier this year, and they say they do plan many more events in the future that combine their passions for running and community service. Now, the college football season, it's underway with some pretty big games this weekend. And speaking of big games, UNC Charlotte will host Bill Belichick's Tar Heels a week from today, and fans can expect a big name to perform before kickoff. Country music star and Charlotte alum Chris Lane will perform a special pregame show at Jerry Richardson Stadium. Now, Lane is not known for only his music. He was also a standout basketball player for the 49ers. Lane will take the stage at 5 p.m. Next Saturday at 7 o'clock before a kickoff. And a big headline today for the Carolina Panthers. The team announcing that they're bringing back Hunter Renfrow. Now, the news coming just days after the team revealed that he had not made the original 53-man roster. Now, the former Clemson Tiger will now play for the Panthers this season after all. Now, this comes on the heels of a big injury in the receiving room. Sports director Nick Carboni will tell us more about that in the later half hour of the show. Now, still ahead tonight, a local festival giving fans a new opportunity to celebrate a genre of music growing more popular by the day. Plus, an eye-popping jackpot. Why the Powerball's grand prize is making history and when you'll have another chance at winning it. That's all coming up after the break.
Calling all generations. Plan your next memory at Gatlinburg.com.
At Tough Shed, we've spent the last 40 years testing the strength and durability of our buildings in some pretty unique ways. And we're still hard at work, making sure that our buildings are built to last. Just see for yourself. Is it ready?
It's ready.
Save big on your new Tough Shed this month with free upgrades. Click, call, or visit today.
This year for back to school, Shoe Carnival is stamping all your favorite brands with our lowest price guarantee. Find a lower price and we'll match it, plus earn a $10 reward. Hundreds of the latest styles stamped. Everything has been stamped with the lowest price guarantee.
Life is always changing. And our Lovesac couch adapts to it all. Gathering around for game day one moment, reconfiguring for entertaining the next. And tomorrow, a new look entirely. It's always there to help us relax and recharge. No matter the moment, it's exactly what we need it to be. Because Lovesac adapts to life. Our life.
Keep summer in gear at the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. With a Rogue that offers more standard power than CR-V in Tucson. Frontier with a standard V6 unlike Tacoma, and an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus like Pathfinder or Murano. It's no wonder why J.D. Power named Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality. Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models, or get $3,500 customer cash on Frontier.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts every college football Saturday. So how do we spread the word?
I got it. We boost our bus with rockets and fly to tailgates everywhere. Love it. Get a profit boost every college football Saturday with FanDuel.
Tuesdays are the way for new tickets for you to play.
Cut. We need something new, like the new games. Oh, I got you.
Drop the beat.
Why don't we try something else?
Tuesday. The very first Tuesday.
Are you old for boy band? Let's just stick with the original. Yeah.
The very first Tuesday.
The hardest part? Sitting still.
Ahead for us, growing tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela as that country accuses the U.S. of preparing an invasion. And a disturbing trend here at home, why rabies cases are on the rise. Tonight on Nightly News.
And new tonight, a first-of-its-kind celebration of K-pop in Charlotte today. The inaugural K-pop Stan Fest taking place in the so-called Mill District today, just down the street from Noda. Now, the event bringing together fans of the Korean pop genre, which has exploded in popularity here in the U.S. in the recent years. And organizers, they say it gives people a way to express their love for the genre in ways that weren't available before.
Today we're celebrating our love for K-pop and the culture through vendors, through performances, through showing up, through volunteering, and so much more.
Now, organizers say it took more than a year to plan the event, and they hope to do it again next year. And hey, if you're feeling lucky today, the Powerball jackpot is growing once again, and it is now at an estimated $1 billion for tonight's drawing. Now, game leaders, they upped the grand prize from $950 million after receiving national ticket sales. Now, it's the sixth time in the game's 33-year history that the jackpot has hit $1 billion in that mark, and the estimated cash value now sits at $453 million. Tonight's drawing will take place tonight at 10:59. Time now to take another look at your forecast. And Brittany, you talked about it. We've been pretty lucky today, and it looks like that luck's not running out for us throughout the weekend either.
Yeah, dare I say we hit the jackpot with the weather this weekend so far. Tomorrow we'll see a few more clouds, and it will be a touch on the muggy side, but it's not going to be nearly as bad, right, as we were at the peak of the summertime. In fact, look at Charlotte, Lake Norman, Monroe, all great days, and honestly, if I had a choice, I love being at work, right? I do love what I do, but I would be out on Lake Norman for sure. That's definitely a peak thing that at least when I was a kid we used to do with my family there in Georgia. But the beach seems pretty nice too. In fact, you can see Myrtle Beach, a lot of folks out there on the water, also on the beach itself. Gorgeous day for them too. Yes, a few more clouds, kind of like what we had here in Charlotte just a few days ago, but very limited chance for rain along the beaches over the next few days too. So while you can get caught in some rain, thankfully so far it hasn't been a lot of thunderstorm activity. And that's that's partially because temperatures have been in the lower 80s. So less sunshine, less warm temps means less instability to work with. If you are heading maybe to the coast tomorrow for a quick staycation, maybe Sunday, Monday, same thing as what we're seeing locally, more clouds, low to mid 80s, and a spotty chance for rain. But at least it's not expected to rain for the entirety of the weekend. Water temperature also a bit cooler. Right now it's in the low to mid 80s. Part of that is actually upwelling from Hurricane Erin. Now, of course, the storm did not make a direct impact here in the Carolinas, but of course the rip currents were elevated because of the wave heights. Well, that same action causes upwelling. So that's when a hurricane moves over the open ocean. We see the cold air on the bottom come toward the top. It can also actually hinder future storms that come unless there's a big difference, right? Then it gives it time to warm back up. Dew points will start to increase tomorrow as we watch a low and cold front move through the region. That will bring us another drop in humidity heading into Monday. Probably the worst feeling days this upcoming week are Thursday and Friday, but you notice by next weekend, another drop in humidity. So with the long range forecast so far, I think there's a pretty good chance that we might have seen our last 90-degree day of the year. No guarantee, but it's looking that way. So we'll continue to watch those trends. The latest 90-degree day ever was October 13th. So we know it can happen, but at least so far so good as of now. No rain locally across the Charlotte area, but we are seeing some rain up in portions there of Caldwell County, just on the greater Caldwell County side. Finally starting to shift south there toward Lenoir, Sawmills down toward Eichard. So we are seeing some rain in that area. It is moderate at times, especially for Sawmills right now. And as it moves further south, there is a chance that if it can hold together, it will impact places like Hickory, closer to 6:30, 6:45, and then Conover you can see shortly after. So far, it's been patching through areas with not a lot of instability again. So low end chance that we'll get some storms out of this, but there will be some of that rain. Here's Sunday morning, dry and quiet, and I am keeping that 20% chance of rain in tomorrow, mainly west of 77, just to account for that small increase in humidity, which means enough moisture for us to get some rain. But then Monday looking even better, few clouds, and again no rain to contend with for Labor Day. If you're running the Around the Crown, or maybe you're going out to support someone who is, perfect weather in the morning, 60s, yes, a touch more on the humid side, but hey, it could be worse, right? Labor Day weekend, of course, commences on Monday, which is also September 1st, first day of meteorological fall. That, of course, how meteorologists, we classify seasons by month. I know we talk about this all the time, Brad and myself, but that's because of record keeping. But 80, mostly sunny, actually does truly feel like fall here in the Carolinas. Long range forecast again looks pretty good heading into next weekend. Charlotte, 49ers and App State both at home. We're expecting more picture perfect weather with only a 20% chance of rain.
I like that. Thank you, Brittany. Now, App State has had many standout performers in the Mayo Classic, including their new quarterback. Don't worry, Nick has all that and much more next in sports.
The Carolina Chevy Storm Tracker, only on WCNC Charlotte.
Thank you for helping WCNC Charlotte clear the shelters. Together we raise thousands of dollars for local animal shelters and rescues. Hundreds of pets found a forever home. WCNC Charlotte and you making an impact in our community.
This is your emergency 10-day forecast. People living in homes built before 1980 are advised to call USA Insulation, as older homes weren't federally mandated to have wall insulation, which will make them feel stupid hot. But USA's state-of-the-art injection foam can keep you cooler and help you save on AC costs. Call now and get free attic insulation with whole home insulation. USA Insulation. What's inside matters.
3 reasons I chose Kitchen Saver and why you should too. Kitchen Saver has so many styles to choose from. I transformed my outdated brown kitchen into a modern, sleek gray kitchen with less mess and stress than a traditional remodel. The Kitchen Saver installers were very friendly and super efficient. They completed my makeover in less than 5 days, which was really impressive. And lastly, I feel safe knowing I'm covered with their 10-year warranty. I highly suggest checking out Kitchen Saver.
Prepare to be impressed. Kitchen Saver.
We're going to need something with our pizza to make it more, desirable. Yes.
How about this?
Get the combo you really want. Choose 2 or more of these Jets favorites for just $8.49 each. Even our signature Detroit-style 4-corner. This isn't pizza, it's Jets. Better because it has to be.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events. Infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with WCNC Charlotte and WCNC Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on WCNC and WCNC Plus.
Eight days till the Panthers open the 2025 season, and the receiver room has gone on a roller coaster ride. Most Panthers fans elated around noon today to find out the team is bringing back Hunter Renfrow. The veteran receiver who sat out last year with an illness had a great start to training camp, but then was slowed by a hamstring injury and did not survive roster cuts. But he is back and on the active roster. However, there's a reason that spot was available. Jalen Coker, who was expected to replace the traded Adam Thielen in the slot receiver role, out at least 4 weeks and maybe more. The Panthers placing Coker on injured reserve after he injured his quad at Thursday's practice. So Renfrow's return comes at a price. And here is a look at the week that was in that receiver room. From Renfrow's release on Tuesday, the Panthers feel comfortable with the young guys to trade Adam Thielen to the Vikings the next day. But then the following day, Coker gets injured, and today the moves. Coker goes on IR and Renfrow returns. Meanwhile, as if a top 10 matchup between Clemson and LSU to open the season needed more fuel to the fire, LSU coach Brian Kelly calling Clemson's home atmosphere Death Valley Jr. And this week he put images of Tigers players on the team's tackling dummies. Dabo Swinney says, "You do you, man."
I don't have any thoughts either way. I mean, everybody, you know, I can't put myself in his team room, locker room. You know, everybody has their, you know, own way as far as what you got to do in whatever moment, whatever team that you're coaching at that particular time. He's done it a long time, so whatever he wants to do, I'll leave it up to him.
Can't wait for tonight's 7:30 kick. Meanwhile, Johnson C. Smith opening the season against Morehouse up at Harvard University, part of the inaugural Essence HBCU Classic. Head coach Maurice Flowers guiding the Golden Bulls to 8 wins last season. He's got a new quarterback, and Kelvin Durham looks real good. Runs it in there. Later, Durham to DeAndre Proctor. Great start to this season as well. Smith winning 26-3 this afternoon. Davidson opens the season at home against Georgetown. Coulter Cleland goes to his right. What a bounce. And Brody Reyna takes it to the house, 55 yards. But Georgetown dominates Davidson today, 51-14. First game of the Saj Thakar era. Over 35,000 attending last night's Mayo Classic at Bank of America Stadium. The many Mountaineer fans loving what they saw. App State opening the Dowell Loggins coaching era with a 34-11 win over Charlotte, and transfer quarterback A.J. Swan named the starter. Well, right before the game, he looked great. 31 completions, 368 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
What he did tonight is what we needed to see from practice, that he didn't ever get to the point in practice as well as he did tonight. He ran the offense. He was efficient. He threw the ball away when he needed to. He didn't take sacks. He took care of the football. He got us into some good plays when we can or alert plays, and we called 2 or 3 plays at one time, and he was getting us in the right ones that obviously help. And part of the offensive line and the defensive line playing well is make sure that we put those guys in positions to be successful, and really happy with the way he operated the offense. He could play better.
Meanwhile, for Charlotte, Tar Heel transfer Connor Harrell got the nod. He played most of the game, had a first half pick, but did throw a touchdown late in this one. He could be on track to be the starter in 7 days against Bill Belichick and North Carolina. Well, we are hoping for some playoff soccer here at the bank this fall. Charlotte FC doing its part. The Crown have won 7 straight, looking for 8 straight tonight at New England. What a turnaround after that spring slog for this club. And a big part of their success has been their play on the back end and in goal lately. That is back to top form for this club. And when they're doing that, they look like they did last year, now top 4 in the East.
Yeah, hot leg right now, right? I mean,
yeah.
They're on a run right now. I mean,
Absolutely.
You had a busy day today. With
yeah, we got college football. Not only the games we're covering, but also watching. There's some really good ones.
And it's actually a nice day to watch some sports tonight, though, too. I mean, throughout the entire day, it's absolutely amazing outside.
It's perfect.
Get that outdoor TV going on the back patio.
Yeah.
I don't have one yet, but someday.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for you. Pretty dry once again tomorrow. A little bit more sunshine, of course, in the afternoon. But overall, honestly, looks fantastic for tomorrow and again Memorial Day.
I love it. Keep that hot thing going. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you at 11.